What's up, everybody? Jed Johnson here from dieselcrew.com. Of course, you know they call me Napalm, and I got another video in the 31 days of Q&A today. I'm here at the apartment, and I am waiting for some laundry to get done, so I figured I would jot down some notes and shoot another video in the Q&A series. This one is brought to you by the Crush Factor, and the reason that I chose this one is I guess there's two reasons. I don't talk about it that much, but I think it's a great product and it's helped a lot of people out and gotten good feedback. But also B, what I'm going to talk about today, a lot of people say that when they do it, it just makes them want to go crush it, brother. It makes them want to go crush life and go take the bull by the horns and blah, 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 blah. So today's topic is cold plunges. So I've had several people come up and say, "Oh, you got to do the cold plunge. You doing the cold plunge, man? You want to try my cold plunge?" And they proceed to tell me how much it's changed their life and how everything is so much better about the world around them because they've been doing cold plunges. And I'm like, okay. So I looked it up. Here's some of the benefits of cold plunges. And I'm not saying that they're useless or anything. I'll get to the point. So it will help you burn more calories. It'll increase your metabolism. And specifically, brown fat helps you burn more white fat. And supposedly, it'll help you burn more calories for days. There's an adrenaline release, epinephrine, and there's benefits associated with that. It can help you feel as though you can manage stress better because you have to focus when you're in the cold water in order to survive for that short time. I've also been told that it will raise testosterone. It will wake you up and give you better alertness. And I've also heard that it will help you improve your sleep patterns. So if all of those things indeed are true, then obviously it makes sense to do cold plunges, right? Okay. Now, here's the peculiar thing about everyone who's ever talked to me about the benefits of cold plunges. None of them seem to have the rest of their life together. Out of the handful of people that have peer pressured me into doing cold plunges, I see people that don't sleep right, they don't eat right, they're severely overweight, they drink all the time, they do drugs. Not none of them, but most of them don't lift. Okay? So the way I look at it, it's much more important to eat right, get good sleep, hydrate properly, which I doubt the majority of these people do, and have a consistent workout routine where you're benefiting from that first. When you do these extra little things like sweat lodges and cold plunges and these other fringe things that are often come up as fads, right? You are improving some of the smaller parts of your life. But if you don't do the bigger parts right, the sleep, the nutrition, hydration, fitness plan, I don't think it makes much sense to do cold plunging and these other fringe fads when you've got these giant holes in your life and you're plugging the little bitty ones. Okay? So I've done one cold plunge in the last 5 years. That was this summer. Nothing wrong with it. I stayed in for a minute. That was the challenge, and that's what I did. For a little while, I thought about getting a freezer that I could use and mock up what my friend had, but I never ended up doing it. So here's why. Here's why I haven't jumped on the cold plunge fad, the cold plunge bandwagon. One, I don't have a tank. I don't have a horse trough. I don't have a freezer, anything like that I can use. Nor do I have room, or do I want to take on the expense of buying that tank right now. I don't want to have to fill that water. I don't want to have to empty that water, and I don't want to have to clean whatever container it would be that I might get, because I don't have the time or space for any of that. It's just too much. Now, while I say all that, you do have to understand that I did cold shower therapy, cold exposure in the shower from May to October of 2017. It was something that was suggested to me at one of my mastermind meetings. A lot of people committed to it, and I went ahead and committed to it too. And multiple days a week, I would do 30 to 60 seconds of cold shower on average, sometimes up to 3 minutes. And I have to tell you that when I got out of the shower, I felt like I accomplished something. I felt like I was more awake. I felt like I started my day in a very interesting way, and I felt good. I do not know what my testosterone count was. I definitely cannot say I slept better, and I don't know that I was more productive during that period, but I can tell you that I didn't have any real negative effects from it in any way. However, in October of 2017, I decided not to do the cold showers anymore, and I've only very rarely done them since. Instead, I focus my time on improving my sleep quality, eating right, staying hydrated, and following a structured program that meets my needs and that I can recover from. So I don't need to do the cold plunges in order to improve my recovery or reduce inflammation, which are some other benefits that will come about from cold plunges, because I feel I've dialed in my training quite well. Is there inflammation in my body and could it be reduced? Sure, of course. But I choose not to do that. Now, here's why I think those guys are so pushy about the cold plunges. After they get out, they feel great. They probably feel better than they do all day long once they get out of that cold plunge. And I can't blame them, because I know what they felt, because I did them, like I said, for months. And they're probably not used to feeling that good because they don't lift. The way that I feel after a cold shower is exactly how I feel after a good workout. 2, they feel like they just did something hard, like they accomplished something. Yes, when you set yourself a goal to do a cold plunge for a minute, 3 minutes, whatever the case may be, and you reach that goal, you just accomplished something. And there's value in that. I get my accomplishment. I get my value in completing a challenge from my workouts. Maybe they lasted longer before in the cold plunge. Maybe they lasted longer in the cold plunge than they did before. So they surpassed a PR. I hit PRs all the time, brother. I don't need to buy a tank, fill it up with water, keep it cold, keep it clean, keep changing the water, blah, 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 blah. I don't need to in order to get the feeling of accomplishment and breaking PRs, because I do that all the time in my training. They probably feel like they have mental strength, and they probably feel like they have calm of mind afterwards, because these are some of the benefits of the cold plunges. And dude, you hit a good workout, especially my Friday workouts, the way I've got them set up, I feel amazing. I feel better than I do all week because that workout is pretty much a straight bodybuilding workout, and those are the easiest workouts to get through. You don't have to deal with failure, blah, 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 blah. So I get that feeling from training. And they probably felt more awake, especially if they do these in the morning. They're probably up, ready to go now because of the cold plunge. They probably don't need any coffee. It probably sustains them throughout the day. I don't train in the morning, but when I do, I feel like I accomplished something. My day has already been set at an awesome pace. So the point I'm trying to make is a lot of the benefits that you're getting out of a cold plunge, you're getting from training as well. And I think a lot of these guys would be better off, the specific ones that I'm talking about, if they decided they would finally get into a regular strength training routine, follow it, and start feeling the highs that you get from training instead of getting it from the cold plunge. And frankly, I looked it up. You don't need to do cold plunges. You can take a cold shower. As little as, I think it said 60 degrees is the coldest it really needs to be for you to get the benefits. Maybe 50. I thought I wrote it down, but it's not on my notes. And all you need is 1 to 2 minutes per session and a total of 11 minutes per week. You can easily get that with a cold shower. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to have space for anything. You don't have to run power to anything. You don't have to clean anything. And you can just get it in the shower. Is it somewhat of a waste of water? Sure. I give you that. But you can get the same exact benefits from a cold plunge just by taking a cold shower, dude. So, no, I won't be doing any cold plunges soon unless someone gives me a freezer, finds me space for it, volunteers to not only fill it up, but change the water on occasion and clean the tank from getting all scummy, dirty, and gross. Probably won't be doing it. There's my thoughts on cold plunges, some information on the benefits of them, and how you can get those benefits doing other things in life. Why the cold plunge may not be the band-aid that you think it is for your quality of life. Why you should probably put training, proper sleep, proper nutrition, and hydration into your life before doing cold plunges, and what it really takes to get those benefits. Hope you liked the video. If so, give it one of these. Check out the description box for Crush Factor, as well as the playlist for this year's 31 Days of Q&A, and other links that you can use to support me, my business, and the channel. Thanks a lot, everybody. All the best in your training. Take care.